Hello everybody and welcome back to my road to 2300 in Rapid Chess. So today I'm starting with a rating of 2254, so we're just going to go into some games and hopefully I can gain some more rating today. Wish me luck. Alright, so let's play e4. Go knight f3. Okay, so here they're playing this knight c6. And this is a little bit more aggressive way to play the Sicilian rather than going d6 or e6 first. So this will be fun. I'm just pushing d4 in the center and offering the trade. And now we've traded off the pawns and I will bring out this knight to defend the e4 pawn. So here they play e6. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of options here. And here I like to just play the move a3. Because usually what my opponent will try and do is bring a bishop to b4 or bring a piece to this square to pin the knight and put pressure on this e4 pawn. So here I just like to play the move a3 and kind of stop all of this attack. Here I might just trade off the knights and then put my bishop on the d3 square and just try and play it like this where we get the pieces out. They will probably go for a push in the center. And I can kind of just ignore this, I think. e5 is possible. But let's just castle. And then I work out, do I want to play this move e5? Do I want to play this? So if e5, the knight will probably go to d7. I can play the move queen h5. g6 will probably happen, and we can slide the queen back to e2. Is this good for me? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if this is good for me. Also looks interesting. Is there other ideas I should be considering though? Maybe. e5. This might be a mistake though, so this might be a learning opportunity. So I will bring in the queen and create the checkmate in one threat that obviously they will defend. I'm expecting the move g6 because here they push my queen away from the h5 square. Currently the queen on h5 is defending the pawn and also attacking, but yeah, I'm expecting them to push away with the move g6. I'm not sure what else they would play actually. Oh, f5. f5. Okay, this was a move I didn't see. So if I take here with en passant, so I can take this, but then the knight will recapture and everything is sort of defended. So f5, it's probably a good move. Maybe I'm in trouble now. Let's see. I could just play something like f4, trying to keep the pawns together. I could play this. I could play a rook to the e1 square. Yeah, I think something has definitely gone. I think that e5 is not the right way to play this, but okay. Anyway, we will play it anyway and hopefully find some good moves here. It's kind of tempting to go absolutely crazy and play something like g4 and try and open up the king, but is that just going to get me in trouble? Maybe if g4, they can just play something simple like g6 and my queen's sort of in the middle of nowhere. It's in trouble. Okay, I think that g4 would be a mistake. They now play the move a6. And what do? Trying to work out. Maybe it's just to get more space. It's preparing something. Yeah, this is a problem because I can't work out what my opponent is planning here with the move a6. Okay, so f4 I'm thinking about. It looks a little too crazy. Also thinking about some plan like knight a4 to try and attack the center. Also thinking about something like king h1. But overall, I just don't really like the position because I've messed it up clearly. I could also just bring the queen back to the e2 square. But then this allows something like f4 from my opponent. Let's see. Develop another piece. I will play the move bishop to d2 here. And we'll see what my opponent wants to play. Yeah, I think that f4 might be a big mistake because I just kind of open up the king to any checks, and I think I would be in trouble there. All right, so the queen is now coming in and attacking this pawn. So there's now two attackers. Do I need to defend it, is the question. Because if they take, I could play this pin, then this bishop comes in. I feel like I probably do need to defend this pawn, so maybe I just go something like bishop f4, come in and defend. And for now, this pawn is defended. But yeah, it's under a lot of pressure here. So this pawn on e5, it's a bit weak. Now they're playing this move c5, getting more space, and maybe they will play c4 soon also. So maybe I should have moved this knight earlier and tried to play c4 myself. But it's really tricky to work out what to do. Let's see. Maybe I could move this knight. If I move this knight, c4. So where will this bishop even go? I'll have to go back to f1. Yeah, something is really, really wrong here. Maybe I could go for something like this, rook b1, trying to open up the b file. I really don't like it. Rook d1. I'm struggling to find move to play, and yeah, I really need to learn how to play against this. Four knights. Okay, I'm also considering a move like knight takes d5. Knight takes d5 here. After captures, there is takes. And then after g6, there would be a sacrifice. Maybe I should try this actually. Okay, knight d5. If they take here, threatening this. And then I also have the threat to push forward with the e6. Creating an attack on the queen and also trying to take the knight. Let's try this. We have nothing to lose here. We're currently attacking the queen and the bishop, making a double attack here. So even if they try and attack my queen as the in-between move, I'm attacking. And then I will take here. I think that it's maybe most possible that they will just sacrifice the rook. Okay, so we'll take here like this. There is some ideas where they could maybe move the knight like to this f6 square. Or there's also possible. I was thinking about this move here. Because here we create the threat to check on f7. We create an attack on this pawn as well. And we also cut off the bishop's attack of the queen. So the whole point of them moving the knight away was that the bishop now attacks the queen here. So now I'm pushing forward. So the bishop is not attacking the queen anymore. My bishop is attacking my opponent's queen. My queen has a threat to come into this square. And also has a threat to take on d5. So maybe after this move, I could have missed something, but it almost feels like we're better at this point. But let's see. And yeah, if they take here with the attack on my queen, I can just recapture and then the queen would be hanging. Okay, so here, the queen has moved back. I can play a check first. No. I was going to say play a check first and then take here, but that would just lose. Oh no, it wouldn't. Okay, so I can play this check. The king goes here, and then I can play rook d5. And then if the queen takes, there's back rank checkmate. So check here, here, queen might go here, and then after takes, what comes next? I have to find something. Maybe I push forward like this, and then this cuts off the bishop from defending the knight. Okay, I think this is my plan. And take. Doesn't really matter that they're attacking here, because if I take the queen, I take with a check. I really hope I calculated everything right, because this will be a little bit embarrassing if I just get checkmated or something like that. All right, but this feels like a nice attack. So here we are sacrificing the rook. If they take, I will check here. The bishop has to block, and then over here, the king cannot escape from the back rank, so it would be a checkmate. So now the queen has to move somewhere. Moves away from the bishop is under attack, and the queen also needs to keep defending the back rank. So I thought the queen to f8, offering the queen trade, might be their only move. And then here I would take, trading the queens, and then push forward with this move, which attacks the bishop and also leaves the knight under attack. So this might just be a winning attack here. All right, we were completely winning that. It was kind of a little bit sad that they resigned before I got to play out this really nice attack, but yeah, if queen f8 takes, and then e7 is winning. So this is good to note. This was the best move, because here the bishop is attacked and the knight is also attacked. And then, you know, if they try and move the knight somewhere, then here I can promote to a queen. Like I can take here and promote to a queen, and everything is going to be winning here, of course, but that's a simple way to win. And yeah, the bishop can't really go anywhere, actually. The bishop just is completely stuck. And if you take here, I will just... Oh, there's actually a checkmate. Here, here, and here. Cool. So there we go. We're at 22-62. Let's see if I can get another win. Let's just quickly check the opening, though, because the opening went badly. But I had two brilliants in this game. So e3 was good, takes... Okay, e5 first. e5, e5. Okay, I need to remember this. So e5 is the right move. e5 and queen g4. And then after g6, queen g3. Okay, so this is kind of some idea that you just start to bring in the queen to try and attack this pawn. So I should remember that for next time. Okay, so e5 wasn't quite right when I played it. I need to play it a little earlier. f5 was good. Yeah, here I was definitely worse. Oh, but knight d5 was possible to move earlier. But I missed it. I didn't see it. See, this is sometimes like your opponent sort of forces you to play a brilliant move, because my position was just so bad that I started looking for sacrifices here. Like, I didn't see this move before. I instead tried to improve my piece. But once c4 was played, I was like, okay, this either my bishop is going back to f1 or I'm going to have to play something brilliant. So I take... Okay, yeah, and this was the right way to play. So this was a nice rook sacrifice. But yeah, after this move, e6, then this was winning. So two brilliant moves. Yay! Okay, let's go. Let's see. We will get to play a Sicilian. Lots of e4. Lots of e4 recently. Okay, we will trade the pawns. And okay, so here the opponent takes with the queen, and this is a little bit strange. Usually the opponent will take with the knight and then put the minor piece in the center, and taking with the queen is less common, but it's actually, you know, it's not bad. But here we'll just play a move to immediately attack the queen. I think that this can be a really nice opening principle to remember. If the queen is in the center, we just attack it with pieces. And here they immediately stop me from capturing the queen by pinning my knight, and then I'll play the move bishop to d7. So now I threaten to take, they capture the knight, and I put this knight on this bishop on the c6 square. Yeah, I find this opening really difficult. It's really hard to beat this because they immediately put all this pressure on f6. And now I did look at this opening, and I think that e5 It's either e5 or e6. And I feel like this will be important to remember, but I think that e5 is the move. We push forward in the center. We're immediately attacking the queen. And yeah, I think that in the past I've played the move e6 to try and control some of the light squares, but then it's resulted in my opponent just keeping that queen in the center and creating a lot of attack on my king. So I'm just going to try and play moves that are a little bit more aggressive and pushing in the center. So they move the queen back. I will develop my bishop. And then after this, what am I meant to do here? I feel like I'm meant to just castle, or maybe the rook is coming to c8 to attack over here. Maybe we... Now what they will probably do is capture. And then after takes, I would have to play this endgame without the pawn on d6. Maybe I would play the move queen a5. I can't say my coordinates today. Okay, I would have to maybe bring the queen out and start trying to attack the king. In every one of these games, I clearly need to work on my openings more, because in every one of these games, I've been down 3 minutes or something like that out of the opening. So clearly I need to work on my openings more and remember them, because I go into the same openings and then I forget what I'm doing. So yeah, if they take this, I will take back. And then if the queen takes here, I'm thinking to try and bring my queen where it can actively king. Maybe queen a5 now. Let's just basically forget about the d6 pawn. Like, that d6 pawn, it's going to die. And I have to say that I don't care. I don't care about the d6 pawn. I'm going to focus on bringing my pieces out and trying to attack the king. Like, the rook maybe will come to this c8 file, and we'll try and put all the pressure on the white king over here. Like, push these pawns over here. b5, b4. Maybe it will be the way to attack. I think I definitely want a rook on the c file. But the question is which one? Maybe this rook. And then the other rook can go to the... It's always very difficult for me to know where my rooks need to go. I feel like this is one of the secrets of chess I will never be able to learn. Which rook to bring to which file. Because whichever rook I bring, it's always the wrong one. The one thing I'm thinking about with the move b5 is that after the bishop takes and I take back, and the queen takes here, they will be attacking my bishop. And my bishop will be no longer defended by the b pawn. So maybe I need to put a rook on the c file first. Let's go here. I think let's put this rook here. And then the other rook can maybe be used to place it in the center of the board. But I can almost guarantee that the rook I moved will be the wrong rook. But yeah, my opponent is not taking the d pawn. Either it's just not good to take it, or I'm bluffing well enough that he's, you know, thinks there's some trap or something. But at some point he will take... this must not be a good move, because what this does is it creates a weakness around the king, I think. And then after I have some idea now to push b4, so b5 and then b4, and they will be forced to take here and open up this, this file around the king. So I think this must be a mistake. So we'll go here. We'll push, and we will try and push with the move b4. So I guess what they're trying to do is when they take and I take back and the queen takes here, rook d8, maybe they just want to play a move like this and trade off the queens. So let's think, maybe I could take with the pawn here. Maybe this is a little crazy. I think it's too crazy. Let's see. Queen takes. I guess somehow I need to avoid this trade, I think. Because if I trade off the queens, it's not good. So if I take here, they will probably go knight here. And then the knight can come out to this square and attack my king. The queen can come over, give a lot of checks. I have to take like this. But all right, after this move, the queen goes to b4. I can play the move queen here. And I don't have to trade. So we'll just go like this. And then the plan is maybe we push forward with the move a5, attack the queen, make it move, and then after a5 there will be the move b4. And I think pretty much no matter what they play, maybe they're going to play this move though. I was going to say no matter what they play, we'll play a5. But if they play this move, knight d5, I cannot play a5 because my queen will be under attack, everything will be hanging. But maybe knight d5 takes, if the rook takes, f2 I could maybe take. And then the rook and the queen could team up on the c2 square. So there's a lot of interesting ideas here. It's always important to think about what is hanging in the position. And currently, none of my pieces are hanging right now, but the f2 pawn is hanging. It's maybe not the biggest priority for them. Could make it really interesting. So let's take. And if the rook takes, maybe I take back with the rook first. Because if rook takes and I take here, maybe they just trade off the pair of rooks and the rook will be moved off this file where it can attack this pawn. Whereas I want the pieces to be creating an attack. So I'll take here. My opponent doesn't have the time to grab either of these pawns. Well, they can, but then I will take on c2. So let's see. And then maybe in the future I will sacrifice a pawn just to open up the bishop, try and go for checkmate. Let's see. I have to be scared of this pawn though. This pawn is a little bit scary. I don't know. It's starting to go places. Thankfully now, at least, my opponent has used a lot of time. So even though I had a huge time disadvantage from the opening, now it's equal, even I have a little bit more time right now. I mean, they might be considering just sliding the queen back and offering a queen trade. And will I take it? I don't think I will take the queen trade if they do offer it, just because I think I would be worse in this endgame because they have all these pawns on this side of the board. Like they have 4 pawns over here, and my king is very far away from trying to defend everything, and I only have 2 pawns here. And they've also got this double attack on my e pawn. They can probably... Oh, they push forward. All right, so I think I should take, right? We'll take and then we'll decide what we do next. So the pawn is getting pretty close to promoting. Maybe we can play this move pushing here. So if I play this move and the rook takes, I have this check. And the king goes here. I want to find some way to, because, okay, if here the queen can't take because of this. What if here rook takes a5? Looks. And if g7 takes here. Okay, let's try this. Maybe they'll go here straight away. If they push straight away, maybe my rook needs to hide here. Yeah, this is getting really confusing. Can I also play like some sacrifice? No, I can't really. Okay, so yeah, a5 is no longer possible because they are taking first with a check. What else can I do? I think I have to play this. So my idea with a5 is that I want to kick the queen away from defending either the rook or this pawn. But they go this move, which now threatens to play this. And here I might just play a check and capture. Because otherwise I'm losing stuff. Okay. Oh, this game is making me so nervous. I don't know why. I'm feeling scared. But at least I get to capture this pawn, because otherwise, yeah, this rook was threatening to come in, and because my king is stuck on the back rank, it can't move anywhere, and I would have to take, and then they would promote to a queen, and it would be game over for me. But all right, we've got the pawn off of the board now, so now I'm actually with an extra pawn in the end, and this move a5 is still actually possible. It is still possible. I don't know whether it's really strong anymore though, because maybe after a5, the queen can just move back to this square and kind of defend everything. But all right, is this a move? Not really, because I will play this check. Do I check? Oh my gosh, too many options. Maybe h6. Is it time to make some room for the king, maybe? If check, they block. All right, let's just go h6. I don't think my opponent has any big threats right now, so I should probably just make sure that I'm getting rid of some of my threats, like, well, some of the problems to my position. For example, my king had no space to move and was trapped on the back rank, so now at least I create some space, some breathing room. But yeah, I think if I ever check here, they can just block with the queen, and there's really nothing for me to do after this block. But now maybe I can come in over here. Can I? The queen will take. Probably not. Okay, let's go a5. Maybe they just take now. This might have been a blunder. Okay, I think they will just take. I have this move. They can no longer block with the queen. But I realize now the king can just escape to one of these squares. Or can it? No, it can't. Oh, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. They can't take the pawn, because I have this check if they go to the back rank. Okay. I didn't see this though. Okay, the queen is coming in. Let's play the move b4. Here, I'm happy to sacrifice a pawn at any time if it allows me to create an attack on the king. Now here, am I not just winning after this check and the king is forced back, and then I go here? This is looking very much like a checkmate. Unless I've totally missed something, which I don't think I have. Okay, we play a checkmate and we win this game, which is super nice. I'm super happy about this. All right, let's quickly analyze and see what I could have done better. The opening I was a little bit shaky on, but at least my opponent, you know, didn't give me too much troubles. So this was all okay. Is e5? No, e5 is wrong. e6 is right. I messed this up in my mind. Okay, I need to go e6 and not e5. So e5. Okay. So basically e6 is really the only move you can play here. And then after takes, this is just okay for me apparently. I always get a little bit worried to play this and allow them to just double my pawns. But I guess, you know, in that ending I would have the two bishops. There would really be no problems for me as black. But yeah, here I'm already quite a bit worse. So yeah, so takes and takes. Taking, okay, the good news is taking on d6 was never really good because my rooks would start to come in and I can play an attack. Yeah, but now after b5, it was good. Okay, so my opponent found the right time to play things. And, oh, that's interesting. The engine says that the top move is queen b6, but then when I actually play it, it says it's inaccurate, so that's kind of strange. That's a little bit strange, but that's okay. We have a trade. Okay, this was all good. All right, but now here I'm better. after the move e4. Okay, I'm really glad that I found the right idea here. So the idea was if they are taking like this, of course we have checkmate over here. And if they're taking like this, what was the idea? Oh yes, we can just go here, and then after the queen takes, the queen will take on e4. Oh, was there something better here? Oh, here we had the same idea. Okay, we had the same idea that we could sacrifice and then take the rook, deflecting the queen from defending. But yes, here my opponent blundered mate in 2. So we're at 2270. We are getting really close to the goal. Let's see, I think this will be all that I will play today. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe learned something. And I for sure learned something too. I think it's really helpful for me to be able to analyze these games and learn something. So I appreciate you all watching, and make sure you tune in for next time.
Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, guys. Mine diamonds all day.